Hurricane Beryl has been a record breaker, not just a record breaker, but just setting new, areas of even disbelief. When our computer models were showing, especially the Fox model that I'll share with you here in just a moment, showing the intensification of the storm at the end of last week, it really was easy to dismiss. Well, this thing has outperformed or intensified anything that we could have imagined, and obviously caused some terrible destruction across places like Jamaica and Grenada, St. Vincent, and the Grenadines. So this is a look from this morning where Hurricane Beryl passed just off to the south of the Cayman Islands. The maximum winds there reached about 54 miles per hour, and so it looks like the Cayman Islands, although definitely was not a picnic there, it wasn't nearly as bad as it was when this system passed just south of Jamaica. You'll see there it didn't officially make a landfall, but Jamaica got that northern eye wall, which was a pretty terrible place to be, no doubt about that. As of 10 a.m. update from the National Hurricane Center, the system was moving west-northwest at 18. That's pretty fast. And maximum sustained winds estimated to be around 115. So here's the wide view. One thing to keep in mind about this is that when we look at the cone of uncertainty, that's one way of communicating uncertainty, right? We know that it could either be to the left or to the right of the forecast track. But there's other uncertainty. It could be a little faster, a little slower, and the intensity could be a little stronger or a little weaker, sometimes a lot stronger. So for this morning, Beryl rated at a Category 3. Right now, it is anticipated to get weaker as it heads toward the area south of Cancun, but that's not a guarantee. It could still be a Cat 2 when it makes landfall, and that will happen early on Friday morning. From there, I'm concerned that this thing might continue to be a hurricane out in the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, it's expected to stay a strong tropical storm, but it could easily be a Category 1 hurricane as it makes its way across the Gulf of Mexico, which would give a better opportunity for some increasing storm surge from South Padre Island up to around Mustang Island and then points northward. So right now, the forecast from the National Hurricane Center shows it making landfall around South Texas or northern parts of Mexico. It could certainly be a little farther south, and it could be a bit farther to the north as well. Now, I want to share with you here what we call our Fox model. This is actually a Fox exclusive. It's a variation of what's called the Weather Research and Forecasting model, and you could only see it on Fox. This is the model that I mentioned a moment ago that really nailed the rapid intensification of this storm several days ago before it made it into the Caribbean Sea. And the latest run of the Fox model is actually showing the center of circulation farther to the south, sort of near the left side or the south side of that cone of uncertainty. In this case, we would have less of an impact in Texas and more of an impact in Mexico. It still looks like a big rainmaker. Now, these numbers are coming from NOAA, from the Weather Prediction Center, and there's a very good chance for 5 to 10 inches of rain across deep South Texas and anywhere from 2 to 4 here locally around Houston, about 3 to 6 down the coastline. But depending on where this thing moves after it makes landfall, we could actually see some of these numbers a bit higher, okay? Here's another look at that forecast track, just a broad view, just to show you how quickly it's going to be moving here over the next 5 days. This is the way it looks on our infrared satellite imagery. It has become a little bit what you would call asymmetrical. So the center of circulation is right around there. Most of the big convection and tallest cloud tops are now sort of moving in ahead of the storm. And that actually means it's not encountering very much shear right now. So it has a good chance of continuing its path and, staying on the strong side. As far as something I want to leave you with here, which is the latest spaghetti model plots, and I do have them labeled here. The white one is the latest run of the ECMWF, so that's the European model. We also have various versions of the GFS model, and what we call this red one is the GFS Ensemble Mean. But what it's showing us is that even though there's a landfall near Brownsville, that's not the end of the story. It may drift to the north, bringing that risk for heavy rain to Corpus Christi, to Austin, San Antonio, for Houston, and maybe Louisiana as well. So this Beryl, like I said, has already exceeded anybody's expectations, anybody's imagination of how strong something could become this time of the year. We're not done with it yet. We will have frequent updates for you here at Fox 26. The next update coming up this afternoon from my colleague, meteorologist John Dawson. And then I'll see you again this time tomorrow. So be safe out there. Have a safe 4th of July and make sure you stay aware of what's happening in the Gulf.